Hey, how you doing? I swore I'd never do one of these because I really don't like them, but I'm going to do an unboxing video today. Hey, we're a bit cramped for space. You can sort of see the workbench is a bit of a mess. If I stand over here, it's probably a bit better. Workbench is a bit of a mess. Computer station's a bit of a mess, but all the same, the courier man showed up with a box. A new box. So we're going to, as a bit of an experiment with the GoPro and the sound and everything, we are going to unbox this new toy, tell you a story about it as we go, and make a vid and see what happens. So yeah, let's shift over to the bench and we'll tell you a bit more of the story. Right, so rolling back about maybe nearly 12 months now, my digital multimeter started to misbehave. Now it's here in the bench somewhere. There we go. The old Fluke 85 I've got here, which is 30 years old now. It started to misbehave, and I put up a couple of really short videos about what's wrong with my multimeter. Let's have a look inside, and then we cleaned it and got it working again, which was really good. There's a lot to be said for a Fluke. But I wanted to go ahead and get a new multimeter, so I wanted to do something a bit different, and I bought a desk or a bench multimeter this time. And I chose, after a lot of messing around, I was so happy with the Siglent triple output power supply that I bought, I decided we'll go for a Siglent desktop multimeter. So let's open the box. Box arrived today. I think I ordered it from Amazon about 9 days ago. So to get came out of Kansas City in the States, to get from KC to here, Tauranga in New Zealand, in 9 days, I thought that wasn't bad. Yeah, let's open the box and see what's inside. I'll move the camera. We'll try and get a bit better view of what's going on down here. We might use a clamp or something. Let's see how we go. Back in a minute. All right. So, yeah, arrived in the box as you see here. Sealed. Nothing much about it. So, as always, you've got to have a knife near your workshop. Let's start with the fun parts here. So what do we got in here? Bag full of test leads. Always a good thing when you've got a multimeter, get some new test leads. And actually, at first glance they look alright. It's kind of hard to get test leads wrong unless you buy really, really cheap ones. But these, cable is super flexible. It's super flexible cable. That's pretty cool. And we got covers on the jacks. Yep, covers on the jacks, and it looks like we just poke that on there, and now we've got alligator clips on the probes. So that's pretty cool. I like that. We'll call it a win so far. Power lead. Well, hey, a US power lead. Oh well, sure I got a few of those lying around somewhere. We've got some manuals. There we go. Quality assurance ticket. Hey, even in English. That's good. So it's a calibration certificate, which is handy. And yeah, that's good. Right, here's the next part. Dun, 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 dun. Get rid of the foam. Get rid of the foam. Hey, another USB cable. Another USB cable. All right. Look at that. That's quite sexy. Let's get rid of the box. And the bag can go over there. You don't want to see the floor in here. Well, you probably can see the floor in here. That's a nightmare. All right, so this is, yeah, Siglent bench multimeter. Probes in the front, controls, screen, USB, power, nice carry case with a nice handle that goes with it. I quite like that. What's the backside got? USB, I love this, it's got LAN. Quite happy about that. And don't forget to change the voltage, it says. That's because it's set to 110 volts. Okay, hands up in the comments, who's done it? Bought something that's set to 110, you plug it in and then you need a new one almost immediately. I'll admit it, I've done it in the past. Don't plan on doing it today, however. there we have it. Well, that's pretty simple. Let's change across now and take a look at what it looks like when it's powered on. All right, so I'm sitting here with the, as ridiculous as it sounds, the tripod between my legs, but I can still reach, so that's good. First power on, so leads coming up from the back of the desk and plugged in at the rear. Push a button, green light comes on, name comes up, and I guess we're waiting for it to boot. Because unlike older multimeters, this thing's probably running Linux or something like that in the background. The old Fluke 85 certainly isn't running Linux, I can promise you that. There we go, that's come up pretty quick. That is a very clear monitor, or clear display, I should say. What do we got there? We got a LAN icon at the top, we got whatever local means. Range, auto range is good. Yeah, DC volts. Push a button for AC volts. 2-wire resistance. That's kind of handy. It's saying overload, but it's a yeah. So it's got quite a neat little resistance testing capability in it. We got some diode testing there. We got frequency. That looks like capacitance, temperature. Not sure what the joule is. Oh, well, that was clever. I don't know what that button does. There we go. Back to DC. What do we got here we could actually measure? I wonder if we can get an output from the power supply and onto this. We'll do a bit of testing that way. Stand by, stand by. Alright, so what we got here, got this little mini power plug here, which is connected to output 2 on the power supply. I don't know if you can read it on the screen there, but she's outputting 12.01 volts, and the output's turned on. And we've got probes. So if we put that black one on there, and we reach down the inside with a red one, and we can hold it all in the right place all at once and not keep, you know, keep our tongue in the right place. What do we get? Get nothing because I'm juggling with it. This might be a good time to try one of those new doohickeys. And where did he throw the doohickey? He has no idea right now.
A few moments later.
Okay, so after some fossicking around, you can see I've taken the boot off the alligator probe because it was just being a pest. We're only working at 12 volts. It's not going to hurt that much. Let's go down the barrel there. We hear the relay change inside the meter for a range change. And we're now reading 12.008 on the meter, 12.00 on the power supply. So I'll take that for the moment. That's pretty good. All right, well, I don't really know what else to do with it without having a bit more prepared stuff lying around. So for the moment, let's call this unboxing complete. We'll call it a win. And I will find a way to fit that multimeter in between that soldering station and that power supply. Somewhere in the middle here is where it's going to live. And maybe we'll come back with a finished photo of that when it's all said and done. So that took all of about, I don't know, 30 seconds to do. Actually, I quite like that. That soldering station sits well. There was a moment where I thought that its feet and the rubber bumper around the meter weren't going to play nicely, but they did. Yeah, the Siglent gear, it matches the power supply below, which if you're into that sort of thing is really nice. And I'm hoping that by spending a bit more money on a higher end gear rather than just some random thing out of a factory somewhere, hoping that this gear will last me a long time. This might even be the last multimeter and power supply that I have to buy. But I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, I'm quite sure that you needed all this in your day, and I apologise that you probably can't get these 5 minutes back for your life, but maybe you enjoyed it, maybe you learned something, I don't know. Big shout out to Siglent. You make great gear. I am very happy with having it, and kind of wish I'd worked it out a bit sooner and probably bought a Siglent oscilloscope as well, rather than the one that I have, but you never know. There's still a few years left yet. Yeah. So with that unboxing done, I can go back now to the video about disassembling the PLC power supply for the Kingfisher RTU. So keep an eye out, that one is coming. I have done quite a bit of filming for that. I sort of just have to narrate over the top of some of it and do some graphics so you can see what's going on. But we'll get back to it. In the meantime, here's me in the lab saying see ya, catch you later, drop in for the next one. See ya.